afternoon, folks. It's Kimberly Jesika reporting in live today from sunny Hollywood, California. And I am silly out of my mind excited because I have, I'm an implant in California. Let's just get that right out the gate, folks. I'm an implant or explant or whatever you want to call me. I'm not from here. I came here because I love the sun. I love the fun in the sun. And so I get drop dead excited when I meet someone else from my corner of the universe that has that down to earth, what you see, what you get, hustle muscle, no games, no BS, no fluff puff foolishness. This person is what you see is what you get. Their music is off the chain. You enjoy talking to them. You get them on the phone. You don't want to get off the phone with the guys or the girls or whoever it is. But this person in particular is a guy. You don't want to get off the phone with them because you're like, yo, this person is cool. You can feel the connection that you don't often feel when you're talking to people. That connection of, oh, this is real, no real. This is a down-to-earth person, a cool person. You don't always feel that connection. I'm just really excited to be talking to this Brooklyn-born native. Yeah, Brooklyn, that guy. He's given birth to like tons of upstarts over the years, especially as far as independent rap is concerned. Street artists that have come from the crop of artists like Biggie, hello, 90s Cool G rap. Like, when do you ever know anybody mention Cool G rap and others? BK Native PIFFMAN is that guy. He's a true street hip-hop head in every sense of the term. PIFFMAN, how are you today?
How you doing, Kimberly? What's up, iHeart Radio? Hollywood, what's up? How you doing? Appreciate you for having me.
Yay! What is going on, PIFFMAN? What's new with you? What you doing? Who you screwing? What's up?
Just living life, enjoying this California sunshine. Got out of that cold. You know how we do it.
Amen. I mean, I was in New York a couple of weeks ago, PIFFMAN, and I'm telling you, I mean, even with the mink coat on, I was freezing. I thought I was going to die. I'm serious. I was like, what is this? I was like, and I was at the World Trade Center. I was like, New York is great. Now, the food is amazing, but I couldn't wait to get back to LA because of the cold weather. Am I corny now, PIFFMAN?
Yeah, shout out to New York. It's a beautiful place, but it's all about California right now. The weather's nice, everything's popping out here. You know how we do it. So,
Amen.
how you feeling today?
I'm doing good. I have to tell you that only one of the reasons why I didn't want to leave New York, PIFFMAN, that food, man. I'm sorry, LA can't compare to those restaurants in New York, PIFFMAN.
No, not at all. They ain't got the food game on smash at all, but they make up for it in other ways.
In other ways, I mean, we got the beach, and you got the vacation living 24/7, so you really can't beat that.
No, you can't. The club life is nice out here, and the daytime it's really, really nice. You got the nice convertibles driving, and everyone's feeling good. It's just a great thing.
Amen. So, PIFFMAN, tell us what is going on with PIFFMAN these days. You got some new music out. You breaking ground. You making things happen. Tell us about your music and what's going on with you, because people want to know what's up with PIFFMAN these days.
Well, what we've been doing now is we've been working on hit record music. We've been trying to, stay into the trap world, stay into the EDM world, but the real thing is we've been trying to mix it all up. And what I've been doing is I've been creating, hit quality music that a lot of people just, aren't really understanding, and they really ain't getting it until they hear it. And once they hear it, they're hooked. It's like one of those things, that we're doing that really hasn't been done yet. So once they get a little hold of it, it's really working. So, that's what we've been doing out here. And we got this record called All Around the World. It's me, myself, featuring Jordan Porter. We recorded it in Hollywood and in Humble House Studios, and this record really winning. It's just doing so well. So, putting out a lot of music. We also have a clothing line coming out called Piffed Out Entertainment. We also
what is it equivalent to? Is it like a Rockaware, or is it like a G-Unit? What's your clothing line equivalent to, PIFFMAN?
It's exactly like one of those where the logo complements the record label, but also complements the clothing line, and vice versa. So it's one of those things that we're doing, to help complement, the music that we're doing, and also have different ways of income, and trying to find creative ways of business. It's just it's just a great thing that we're doing. You know, we have all the artists around the world. We have Matt Johnson in Texas. We have Rez vocals out there in Miami. You know, we have so many artists that are doing their thing, and you know, we work with artists all around the world, Atlanta. So what we do is, you know, we try to get little inputs of all this kind of creative talent, and what we're doing is we're helping each other build. And what I do is I sort of orchestrate all this young talent to get hit music. It's sort of like what a lot of the other artists in the industry are doing, but they're just not going so deep into the street and into the raw talent to get that creative music.
So you do management as well and agent type of work too, Piffman?
Well, that's what happened. That's what happened through my life. You know, I started doing music, and throughout all this stuff, I became like Sean Combs. I became like a Jay-Z, where a lot of artists are underneath me, and they look for me for guidance. So I put a lot of artists under my wing and try to teach them the things that I went through to get where I'm at.
Wow. So you turned it into a business, basically.
Right. You know, everything's business for me, you know. Everything's business. We have everyone sign contracts, and we make it legit, and we get everyone paid and everyone in the shade. You know, that's
wow. Well, yeah. I mean, you have a lot of, the word of mouth thing just doesn't work. You know, when you have legit signed contracts, you know, they become binding and everything becomes legitimate.
Well, you know, Kimberly, you know what it is? A lot of these artists just want attention. You know, they feel like they want money. You know, they think they want all these things, but if you just give them a little attention, you shine a little light on them, and all of a sudden they're just so much better than they ever were. And even someone with extreme talent can even excel and be a lot better. So that's what I try to provide, you know, a lot of attention to these, you know, younger artists and teach them and mold them. And a lot of people are interested in them. Because nowadays people, you know, they don't want to show no love nowadays. It's a little different. Everyone feels like you're hating, and it's just a lot different than things used to be.
Right. What would you say is two of the, I come from the hip-hop scene of the 90s. So, you know, when you're mentioning Cool G Rap, you're going back 80s now. You know what I mean? What do you think, you know, from an expert perspective, Piffman, is the difference in the music scene that has drastically changed between the time when Kool Moe Dee and LL Cool J from Rock the Bells to MC Lyte to, you know what I'm saying, Boogie Down Productions to Biggie, Tupac, Craig Mack, you know what I'm saying? Then you went into, you know, Jay-Z and, you know, Big Pun and Fat Joe and 50 in the early 2000s. What do you, and compared to now, what are the differences? And I just named like 4 genres, but you know, you go way back too. What have you seen that has the biggest impact and change?
Well, that's a great question. You know, me being young and seeing all of these guys growing up was, you know, something that I've seen that's different to now would probably be the speed of the music. A lot of these artists were taking their time years ago to put out an album of quality. Now a lot of this music is becoming more, you know, more beats and a lot more rhythm. It's almost becoming like a reggae where you're just vibing to it and not really caring so much about the message. So the speed of the music stepped up a lot quicker, and the quality is still there, but it's just not in the lyrics. A lot of the quality became into the vibe and into the culture more than into the actual message.
So you feel that a lot of the message is lost and it's more about the beat now?
Yeah, it's all about the beat and the vibe, the hook, trying to get catchy. A lot of people are moving real quick. The game is like, you know, a lot of people are, you know, they're trying to do what everyone else is doing. And that's why people ain't on that much. You got to really try to stay genuine, stay true to what you're doing, but also stay unique and stay new to what's going on. A lot of the time in this world, you know, people see things and that's how they want to do things. They want to emulate. But you gotta innovate and you gotta invent to be that person that stands out out of all that. And I feel, you know, the speed of music, they're putting out songs that are coming out so frequently and so fast. And a lot of the time, you know, you choose work ethic versus, you know, people's actual talent. A lot of people are very talented, but they don't have the work ethic that they should. You need a lot of work ethic versus talent. and then you could get on. If you could combine both of those things, and you have something that stands out, you could always separate yourself and be more genuine.
Well, you have an amazing new song. Tell us about your new song that's out and what inspired it. Then we're going to take a listen to it, then we'll be right back after that. So tell us about your new song, the name of it, and what inspired you to write this song. Because I listened to it and I really like the beat. Like you said, I like the beat, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, I listened to the hook, nice voice. But tell us, without me ruining it, tell us about your new song and what inspired you to write it.
Well, what it is I've been writing my whole life. I write a lot of music for a lot of artists. I do a lot of ghostwriting. So when I was listening to this specific... You work with Soulja Boy. We got to talk about that when you come back to PIFFMAN. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, shout out to Soulja.
Yay.
I write a lot of music, and what I do is I try to make certain music for certain different people also. When I hear a certain beat that might not fit me, I don't just skip it. I try to create something to it, And this one just came out so great because I travel so much. And this is a record about a girl that you're taking her all around the world. And when I heard the beat, it's just something that had such a good vibe and such a good feel to it. And it was so catchy. And then everyone in the studios, they were just like, oh, this is working. I think this is the one to go with. And they were right.
Wow. Well, all around the world, guys, we're going to take a listen to it, and we'll be right back. All Around the World by PIFFMAN.
All around the world.
I take you all around the world. Yeah, that's the way that we do it, girl. I take you all around the world. Yeah, that's the way that I do it, girl. Yeah. All around the world, all around the world. All around the world, all around the world. All around the world, all around the world. Take it to LA, make her a Cali girl. Parties out in France, copping Paris pearls. Riding in the blueberry Porsche, out in the valley, girl rising. Watch the horizon, Maui sunsets, now the vibe's hypnotizing. Bet I get her wetter than a jet, yes, sliding. Take her to the hood, show her how I grew up grinding. Live Montega, out in Montego. Take her to Mexico, have her meet Carlito. All around the world, now you're living life, now you're living life. All around the world, yeah, I did it twice. Money in the bank, got me feeling right. Woke up in the roof, I gotta catch a flight. You all around the world. All around the world. Yeah, that's the way that we do it, girl. All around the world. Take it to LA, I take you all around the world. All around the world. Yeah, that's the way that I do it, girl. All around the world. Take it to LA, make her a Cali girl. All around the world. I take you all around the world. All around the world. Yeah, that's the way that I do it, girl. Take it to LA, I take you all around the world. Yeah, that's the way that I do it, girl. Yeah.
Okay, folks, you just had to listen to All Around the World by PIFFMAN. What an amazing song. You have got some serious talent there, guy. I'm serious. Now, I see where, you have some work that you've done with Soulja Boy. And PIFFMAN, you've been in the business for a minute. You managing artists, you putting them on, you giving them attention, you giving them advice. What is your thoughts from an expert perspective? You're an all around the world, worldly wise guy. Let's just be real here. What is your take on this whole thing with, I feel like, every time I turn around PIFFMAN, I hear Chris Brown in something. And it's like, oh my God, it's like, I feel like arrows are in my chest. Because he's a Taurus like me. I'm like really big into the zodiac. He's a Taurus like me. I'm May 30th, May 5th. It's like, we go hard. When we're with you, we're with you. But what is up with Chris? Something's going on these days where he's just angry right now. And, you know, I remember when he came out in '05. You know what I mean? I remember when, you know, Soulja Boy came out. You know, these are young guys. I mean, I used to be a high school teacher. These kids could have been my students. And I mean, I love them for doing their thing. That's great. But what do you think these days? You know, now we're looking at a possible, well, not possible, it's gone forward where, you know, they're going to be fighting in the ring. And you got OGs like 50 now, you know, 50 been in the game for a minute. He's training, I think it's Chris Brown, and you have Floyd Mayweather, and Mike Tyson, and all involved, and Mike is training Chris, and 50 is training Chris, and, you know, Floyd Mayweather is training Soulja Boy, you know, Soulja Boy General. And, you know, what are your thoughts on all this beefing, Piffman? What is going on? And how is this different?
My God,
you know, I'm going to ask you. You know, I mean, how is this different from the Biggie Tupac thing? Because, you know, you go back then, too. You know what I mean? So, talk to me, Piffman. We need your help with this one. Because I can't figure it out.
I think it's a lot different than the Biggie and Tupac thing. But I feel like Chris Brown and Soulja Boy, I mean, being that they were friends in the past and now they're going to fight, as long as they're going to take it to the ring, and they're not going to really take it to the streets and try to do something stupid. And, you know, they're both celebrities and they got their face in the public, you know. And when you got your eye in the public like you do, you know, you got to really be smart. You got to move in a certain way. And if they're going to do it and they're going to do it for the money, hey, God bless. And shout out to Floyd Mayweather, because when he gets in, you know, everything's always on the money team. But
always on the money.
Shout out to Soulja Boy. Shout out to Soulja Boy, shout out to 50, because I really like what they're brewing up. I mean, again, everyone really interested, and the publicity's working, and I really hope it goes down. And if it does, get your tickets ready.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about just going to Dubai. You know what I mean? It's like the Thriller of Manila. It's like, you know, you got...
Yeah, they're working it. They're working
you know, that Thriller of Manila. You know, you're talking Muhammad Ali in the 70s, you know, going to that fight in the 70s. You know what I'm talking about.
And it's real, because I was just over with Soulja and them, and they're training. So, you know, this isn't something that's just, you know, talking about. This is really going to go down, but hopefully...
So you think they really going to fist fight? Are they really mad, Pittman? Are they really mad? Are they really going to fight?
I think that, you know, some words were said that maybe it would, you know, lines are crossed, but you never know. It always things to be smoothed out. You never know how things will work out, and time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, that's serious, you know. So you don't think it's as severe as Biggie and Tupac, because people die. You know, whether they did it to each other or not, people really, really died. Like 6 months apart. Now, that freaked me out.
I mean, you know, when you start to get, you know, cameras and recording and live, you know, streaming and all of that involved, people's egos start to get, you know, affected. And once, you know, someone might do something to hurt someone's feelings or affect them and maybe put a dent in their armor, and maybe sometimes they're never coming back from that, so they try to do other things, you know, outrage themselves and put themselves in positions that they can't get out of. And, you know, you always got to remember to be smart, put the money first, and keep things always, you know, civilized, and keep it always calm and in perspective, and stay humble. That's what I say.
Mm-hmm. So what would your advice be to young and upcomers that feed off of this kind of stuff negatively? You know, how would you handle a situation like that if you were dealing with a young blood that was like, you know, he was fired up, he had the skills, but he just had like a murder energy on him. You know what I mean when I say, like, you know, he could just like flip. He could, like, you know what I mean? He could hurt somebody or get hurt. How would you guide somebody like that? Because a lot of these guys say it's a different animal. It's a different animal.
Well, you know, sometimes I'll ask them. A lot of the times, the people never do that. They try to tell people things and, you know, try to tell them a lot of stuff. But a lot of the time, they should, you know, have the person tell them some stuff, because then you can find out what's really on their mind and, you know, try to really, you know, work it in a different angle, because no one wants that father figure, bigger brother to tell them what to do in a sense, you know. But if a friend's telling them and they're listening, you know, and they could be that shoulder, that person that's there for them, it's always about how you know, approach things in life. That's what I say. If you can't, you know, talk to a friend, and try to get them out of that mind state, then you ain't a friend. You know, if you're just going to be there to hype them up, that's negative. And a lot of the times, if you know, you're trying to live your life, you're trying to have fun, you're trying to live life, you're trying to meet girls, you're trying to go party, you don't want to be out there, you know, doing things that's going to put you and your family in a bad position. You know, a lot of times, they don't think about these things, you know. But me, I'm getting older now, and that's what I start seeing these things, you know, in life. But it's the truth, you know. You gotta always put your brain first, and keep your ego cool. Just try to, always think first, and be there for people that are, there for you. A lot of the times when people are falling short, people want to run away. You got to stay strong and stay near your people too, That's how it works.
Yeah, I mean, even the whole family thing. I mean, you said a true statement. When they're making these decisions to do some of the things they do, they really need to think about how is that. Even some of these guys have kids. Chris Brown has a daughter. I even said the other day when somebody had asked me, because I try to stay out of that stuff. It's not my brand, but I'm in the news. I mean, how can I not hear it? And I was worried because when I saw Chris' daughter got brought in, I said, guys fight a different kind of fight when their kids are involved. People fight a different kind of fight, and I feels like I saw a shadow just go over Chris that like he lost it in a silent way that where it was like. When it just brought me back to remembering when Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, when Evander Holyfield was like, he ain't nothing but a rapist, or something to that effect, and Mike was like, hey, no more talking, we got to fight, you got to fight me. There's no, you know what I mean? It was like, I felt that energy on Chris, where he was like, there's no more I'm not saying nothing else, I'm going to see you. What do you say to that?
Yeah, when there is a lot of that, like I said again, with that, ego involved, and a lot of people, they are listening to the person next to them, and then their friend next to them telling them things, and they start to get all, their brain a little twisted, and what happens is, sometimes they start saying things that they don't mean, and when you say things on camera, and when you say things that's recorded, and
it becomes record.
It's recorded, it's written, and it's written in stone, and when that happens, there's no coming back from those things that you say, and I think that, that makes the separation between those people a lot further. The gap becomes deeper, and it becomes stronger, and people start to get their minds deceived by things that they shouldn't. And it's always good to try to talk to that person that you got a problem with first, like two grown men, and sit down. Being that a lot of that happens, a lot of things could go wrong. But if they can get in the ring. And hopefully they could do it with the referee and some crowd and some people sold out. I don't see no harm in it.
Right. Let me ask you this, Piffman. You got a lot of knowledge. Name a rapper that inspired you to say, you know what, I'm about to take this rap game by storm and I'm about to own it. Who was a rapper that? Who was a hip hop artist?
I would probably have to say Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa
really?
Right now is my favorite. Yeah, he's my favorite artist doing it, and I know Wiz personally.
He's underrated, He's kind of underrated right now.
Yeah.
Underrated. Like, people sleeping on him, and it's like, I knew he was on something when Black and Yellow came out.
He could be underrated, but he's overpaid. So he's doing it
right.
Wiz is
doing it right.
Yeah, and, he got that kind of vibe, and he got that kind of, I know him personally, so it's like when you start to have that kind of like coolness, really people don't want to like keep, you don't intimidate people. So if people aren't really trying to, chop his head off out there, this music game is very competitive, and a lot of people are trying to, be the best and do the most. And in that, and what happens in that, a lot of times, there's a short span. The quicker they come, the faster they go. So. I like how certain people do their business, and Wiz is definitely one of them. And shout out to Wiz in the hotel game,
Wow, he just came out with his own weed brand too. He was giving it to the paparazzi. I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, you could try it out.
Yeah.
There's a little bit here. So he was all generous. You could see the little kid in him when he was younger in school. He would be trying to help out and give people stuff. I was like, aw. It's like, okay.
Yeah, shout out to Wiz, He's doing it.
Yeah, I just saw Wiz not too long ago. I think it was either last year or the year before at the Teen Choice Awards. He was there with his little son. So, yeah, I just saw him.
Yeah, he's one of them artists that he got his hands in a lot of different businesses, and he wears a lot of different hats. So there's a lot of different aspects to this entertainment thing, and
yeah.
I've been doing a lot of things, movies, and we have all sorts of things coming. It's going to be a great year, 2017. And I appreciate you and everything you're doing, Kimberly, and iHeart Radio, Hollywood, and Glam Radio. This is how we're doing it for 2017, and we're just trying to teach the kids to stay positive and do right, stay in school, and try to do everything right in 2017. This is a better year. It's going to be more positive,
I'm looking forward to it. And thank you so much for shouting me out. That's so sweet of you. I mean, you have some amazing things going on, and you're definitely doing it big. I mean, you're not a little tiny piece of sweet potato pie. Let's just keep it real. You're working with big names, big people. I mean, I've looked at your stuff with Soulja Boy and just other people. Like, you're the real McCoy. I mean, let me ask you. I gotta ask you the $1 million question. What do you think about Eminem? Because you got more of a hardcore, not just an M. It's cool. You got your beat is a little, your music is a little, your style is a little bit more gritty or New York. You know what I mean? It's kind of a harder feel, harder type of. That's just my opinion.
Right.
You didn't say this. I said.
Right.
What are your thoughts, though?
Right. I think that Eminem is probably one of the best. He's probably up there in the top 5.
Yeah, hands
to be
down.
honest, Yeah, working with Dr. Dre and Aftermath. Shout out to Aftermath.
Yeah, that's like a whole other ball game.
Yeah, shout out to my producer KJ. He's out of Aftermath. He does a lot of my beats. Shout out to Wale from MMG and our new single out. We got a single out that's about to it's about to take over this spring and summer. But I also work with Riff Raff. Shout out to Riff Raff, Jody High Roller. He's another artist out there doing his thing. But Eminem, back to that question, is like to sell the amount of records Eminem sold. I think he sold the most. Hip hop or rap albums ever, besides Tupac.
Ever.
Bits or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ever. And working with Dr. Dre, it's just like those guys. Like, to me, I was young, very young when they were doing their thing, and I just want to say those guys are legends to me, and my hat.
I was kind of mad. I have to tell you, I was kind of mad when they were comparing him to Drake. Drake is cool, but I don't feel that there's no competition. And this is my opinion, not Piffman. This is me, Kimberly, speaking my opinion. I don't think, in my humble opinion, that Drake can see Eminem on any level, whether it's lyrically, beat. The only thing I probably liked from Drake was Hotline Bling, and what's the other one where he was talking about, you left your mark on me, I can't get over you. That, but other than that, I mean, seriously, I don't. You're laughing. I'm just saying.
I'm laughing because I know how them Drake records. I know how them girls like them Drake records. Yeah.
Nah, he can't even sing to me though, and I don't think that him and Tupac would have got along if he was alive either. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion. But I was kind of mad when it was like, Drake did this and he can't see it. No, if Eminem came back, he'd smoke him. I'm sorry. It's just you can't get with that. You can't get with Slim Shady, Drake. I'm sorry. No, I'll take Slim Shady to go, please.
Well, Drake is a whole different type of animal when it comes to his team. His team is really, really a big part of why he's so successful. Not taking away anything from him, and what he's doing. Shout out to Drizzy. I know, Drizzy's got, he's holding it down. But, he's got so many different kind of people that work for him on a different kind of level where he's not really built to lose. They sort of have him built to win. And, in Canada's its own country. He got his own country. It's not like he's holding down a city like New York or Miami. He's holding down a whole country.
Our country.
Yeah, he's holding down the whole country, and our country.
Right, and ours. True. So is Eminem too, though. Eminem is holding down the world.
It's
Japan.
It's a much different thing. I mean, I think that Eminem is way more lyrically talented.
Oh,
I feel like Drake,
lyrically, it's sick. It's bananas.
I feel like Drake's hustle and his relentlessness to stay on the radio and to not really miss a step in all these years, and to be so consistent is also one of his beneficial factors. He definitely, but with Eminem and Dre, what they were doing is just a little bit more historical and legendary.
Mm-hmm.
And like what Drake is doing is like, yeah, he's saying in your face, but it's not so historically legendary like the music that Eminem and, Dre laid down. And I don't think anything's going to ever touch that kind of era. And that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you said some truth historically. I mean, I just remember when Eminem, I could go on and on about it. One of the things that really made me look at me was when he did that song with Tupac and Biggie. That song was crazy, first of all. That he did when Tupac and Biggie was in the same song. You know what I'm talking about. I forgot the name of it, but it was crazy. He's amazing, and so, yeah. But, anything else you want to share? Because, me and you could be on this phone for another 2 hours, Piffman,
I just want to shout out one of my artists out there in Jamaica. His name is Primo Rhino, and he's one of the top artists out there that's ready to come out of Jamaica under our label, Piff Out Entertainment. I'm the CEO of that label. That we're coming out with a whole lot of different kind of music. We're bringing out EDM. We're bringing out, R&B, hip hop. We're also making country music. We make dance music. So we're just a well-rounded entertainment company for all sorts of genres of music. And what we're trying to do is we all help each other out in the sense of making music also. So it gives us such a different kind of vibe and feel when we're in the studio. It's just a great thing that we're doing. Look out for Piffed Out. And shout out to Pramarama in Jamaica. Look out for him.
Wow, well you've got a full plate, Piffman. I'm telling you, I'm gonna look up on the Billboard charts one day. I'm gonna see you sitting in the front row at the Grammys. I'm gonna see you sit right there on the Billboard charts next to Rihanna, next to Drake. I'm gonna see. I see it. I'm telling you your future because it's gonna happen. And you're doing some amazing things. You're very positive, real cool, down to earth cat. Easy peasy, kind of laid back. You got the little bass going on in your voice, which lets me, let the world know I'm not nice and sugar and spice and everything nice, but I'm cool. Don't try to play me. So the bass is there, but you can tell what you see is what you get. You good to me, I'm good to you. So I love that. I love it. It's great talking to somebody that's from the northeast corner of the United States of America. It's great talking to somebody from there. You don't get to talk to those people every day here in LA. We're just not in abundance like that. But, I want to thank you so much for coming on the iHeart Radio Show, Glam Reports Radio Show, and, we'll be looking for you on Jam Glam Radio also, which is exciting, and you're just doing some amazing things, and I'm glad to have interviewed you, Piffman.
Likewise, Kimberly, it's been so great to talk to you, and have an amazing day. I appreciate all of this and everything you've been doing, and I've been watching you and been listening, and I got my whole team out there looking after you, and we're going to be watching you and making sure in the future that, great things are going to come. And I'm always looking forward to, meeting you and doing more stuff in the future. So have a great day, and I appreciate the love.
Piffman, tell us how to get to you. We want to follow you on Instagram. We want to follow you on Twitter. We want to follow you on Facebook. We want to follow you on Snapchat. We want to be your fans.
Oh, I'm always hiding in the shadows, but sometimes I dip out for that sunlight, and right now, everybody knows how to get to me. It's the Piffman. Just Google it. You could Twitter me, the Piffman, Instagram, the Piffman. We have the website. We have our DVP, Piff TV coming out. We have clothing companies. We have all sorts of artists all over the world. So what's happening now is we're building such a unique, forms of talent that are now going to be shown to the world, and it's going to be so amazing because, a lot of the times these companies, they try to manipulate what they want to be heard, and they don't really give you what the music really for the people. And what I'm doing is I'm giving you music that's high quality and in amazing forms from people who are really living these things that they're saying and singing beautiful things and, whether it's hip-hop, rap, or making amazing beats. We have dancers, production teams. It's just amazing what we're doing. And, you know, we have so much going on, and I appreciate that, you know, you letting me on your show and letting everyone know what we're doing, and it's just amazing. So thank you so much.
The pleasure is all mine, Piffman, and we welcome you back anytime. You could become one of our regulars, and we can just kick it on the line and share with the public what you're doing. It's amazing. We have a nice following as well. We have people that comment on our page. So I'm excited to know you, and I look forward to having you on our show again.
Thank you so much. Likewise.
Thank you so much. This is Kimberly Jesika, guys, reporting in live today from Hollywood, California. And I had the most amazing interview with none other than hip-hop artist, The Piffman. That is Piffman. Check out his new song, All Around the World, that you're going to be taking a listen to again in the next few seconds. Piffman, again, thank you so much. Guys, you can follow us. Go to iHeartRadio.com, download the app, and check in, put in the search engine of the app, Glam Reports Radio Show, and you will see me there with Zendaya in the picture. Thank you guys for reporting in live today in the Glam Reports Radio Show, and thank you again, Piffman. Have a wonderful day.
Likewise. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
All around the world. I take you all around the world. Yeah, that's the way that we do it, girl. I take you all around the world. Yeah, that's the way that I do it, girl. Yeah. All around the world, all around the world. All around the world, all around the world. All around the world, all around the world. Take it to LA, make her a Cali girl. Parties out in France, copping Paris pearls. Flying in the blueberry Porsche, out in the valley, girl rising. Watch the horizon, Maui sunsets, now the vibes hypnotizing. Bet I get her wetter than a jet, yes, sliding. Take her to the hood, show her how I grew up grinding. Kiss Montega, out in Montego. Take her to Mexico, have her meet Carlito. All around the world, now you're living life, now you're living life. All around the world, yeah, I did it twice. Money in the bank, got me feeling right. Woke up in a Aruba, gotta catch a flight. You all around the world, all around the world, all around the world. Yeah, that's the way that we do